Can you talk about the importance of leadership coming into this season, particularly after you had played your first 2 years with somebody with a big personality like Amber Melgoza? What was your mindset in terms of coming into this season about being a leader?
Yeah, so obviously losing Amber was like a big, huge part of our team. She's obviously one of the biggest parts of our team last year. So it was hard coming into this year and then losing Missy on top of that. That was like I had kept hearing from the coaches, like, this is your time, you got to step up. Like, this is your year. So I just kind of took advantage of that. And I just kind of had the mindset that I like need to be that leader on the court
Mhm.
now. But yeah, so I mean, that was pretty much my goal this year, was kind of become a better leader, because I was not playing in the shadows of Amber, but I was kind
Mhm.
of like playing off of Amber and Missy both.
Mhm.
But yeah, and it was also kind of hard being like one of the only returners, because we lost Maylani, TT, Missy. I mean, obviously Kayla and Lexi, but we were all three of us coming off the bench. So it was a big role for all three of us to step up.
Right. And you kind of touched on it a little bit. This is probably like the oddest season ever, I would say, probably for
Mm-hmm.
women's basketball with COVID and whether or not people, I mean, everybody has the right to opt out, and that's something that you just
Yeah.
have to respect. And there is, if somebody wants to do that, but how difficult has it been as far as like, maybe the uncertainty of COVID affecting your season?
Yeah, I mean, yes, it's obviously been super hard playing with masks, practicing with masks, COVID tests every day. It's definitely been hard, just like being flexible and like having to be flexible for like games and stuff, because our games kept getting canceled, practice getting canceled. So yeah, that was definitely hard. But it's obviously we're all super grateful to even just have the opportunity to be back on the court, because I know we've missed it so much. It was like this is our whole life, is basically basketball.
Mhm.
So
Right.
it's definitely hard not having it. So I'm really grateful that we have the opportunity to be on the court. But yeah, yeah.
I attend all the home games and I've watched all your games this year, and I've noticed that you kind of have like an ascending improvement, I think, this season,
Mm-hmm.
particularly towards the beginning of the Pac-12 season, which, considering Pac-12 is the toughest conference that there is pretty impressive. I think I know that your scoring has gone up consistently since I think the Washington State game.
Mm-hmm.
Um, your rebounding is also there. I think you're rebounding more than you were last year even. So when you face Pac-12 competition, or when you knew Pac-12 competition was coming up, was it a conscious decision on your part that, okay, I need to really kick it into another gear, or was it kind of like it took you a while to get into the flow of the season?
I think it took me a while to get into the flow. Preseason, I felt like I was in a slump. I know I wasn't playing like terrible,
Hmm.
but I just know that I could be playing better. So, and just as a team, like I think I need to be like that person on the court that kind of brings everyone together. And I feel like I wasn't doing that.
Hmm.
But I definitely like shifted gears when I came into Pac-12. I started getting in the gym more, and I just kind of like, it was mental for me. I think it wasn't like it's not like my skill set wasn't there. It was
Hmm.
like my head wasn't there. So I got my mental right, and I like just started like being more focused on my what's going on in my head, and I think that was a big, huge part of how I started playing.
I know that you don't take any plays off, which is something that stands out a lot. I'm talking at both ends. It's like you're always dialed in, and I think that's something that makes you a leader, even if you were to never even say anything. So I could see how maybe that is. It takes a mindset, obviously, to
Mm-hmm.
look at everything being important. Is it kind of like a feeling of urgency, or is it just kind of you just know I'm locked in from the very beginning?
I think I have like this routine that I have before the game that it like locks me in.
Mhm.
I picked up meditating, and I think that's helped me a lot, honestly. Just kind of getting in the zone. But yeah, definitely urgency, and just like my headspace before, I think has definitely been a thing. But I think my urgency is like, I think it's a skill set for me. I think it's a part of my skill set. It's like being urgent and having that 100% effort all the time. I think is just something that I've always done.
Okay, great. And I'm not going to ask you about the secret sauce to all the steals. I think that needs to be
I'll
kept.
actually tell you, I bait them into passing it. Like that's
Mhm.
literally what I do. I just
Okay,
like I'm
yeah.
like, go ahead, pass it. I know you're gonna pass it.
I wondered about that because when I watch you play defense, especially in person, it looks like that there's a pass that's available to them or looks like it's available to them. But I've seen
Hmm.
you come around like two people just in time to get there. So it's kind of like you're kind of hiding in the weeds kind of thing, which I thought
Yeah.
was very interesting. But yeah, that comes from experience though also, right? You're feeling more comfortable
Hmm.
with the defense and all that.
Yeah, no, definitely. Oh my gosh. Yeah. My defense over the past few years have definitely improved. Ball containment and off ball defense. I think that's been one of the biggest improvements in my game, which I think has led to my offensive performance as well.
Mhm. Okay, great. Well, thank you very much for your time. I know you have to get your mindset right for these big games
No,
against
yeah, you're
Wazoo,
good.
and then also Pac-12 tournament next week.
Hmm.
Good
Yep.
luck in both, and go Dogs.
Thank you. Yep. Go Dogs.